Hello. I thought I'd do a quickie on the Kentucky Derby, just because it made me laugh. Because the winner, this happened. The race happened on the 4th of May, and we'll also talk about the 3rd of May, which was the Oaks that they run there as well at Kentucky. So Mystique Dan was the winner, and so I just had to laugh when I saw this. I'm thinking, oh man, just the personal reference here is just crazy, really, with all my crazy sort of predictions with Madonna and the Hoover Dam and everything. I thought, well, this is pretty mental. And then the 18 to 1 odds was just, you just can't write this stuff with the 118 reference or the 1118 reference there. So it's just mental. Anyway, Brian Hernandez was the guy riding, was the jockey, um, and we'll talk about him. Well, I'm not going to talk about him actually very much. I'm just simply going to mention that the Oaks, um, which is um, just another race for a different category of thoroughbred fillies, blah blah blah, for 3-year-old. Um, the only thing I really want to mention about this is he was on the winning horse in that race as well. Okay, so that was and I don't have it up here, but I do have a picture with the results here, and he was riding Torpedo Anna. I mean, just look at that name and where you could go with the decode on that. I'm not going to do it. Sun references, Thor references, torpedo references. I mean, it just it's just mental. Anyway, the numbers, the first, second, third, and fourth was interesting with 5, 13, 4, and 11. I just thought it was interesting with the man the the 153, 153 fish, and then that combination down in with 134 with pi numbers, and then the 411 in here as well. It's just interesting. What else to say? Let's just look at the numbers on the. Let's look at the numbers for the Kentucky Derby. So this has got they've got the results down here. First, second, third, fourth. We're just going to look at 1, 2, and 3. Notice 1, 2, and 3. Their numbers were 3, 2, 11, almost 3, 2, 1. We got the 11 back in here, but when I saw 3, 2, 11, I'm like, oh, look at this. 3 to 11. Let me show you this. Let's put a line in here real quick. So I'll put the Great Scott in, okay, which is part of the clock tower as well. The bottom part of that is the clock tower. But there's the Great Scott cross in here, and of course this bottom part that you can see where my cursor is forms the clock tower here. And what was fascinating was the here's our numbers right here. Okay, let's do something around it so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's our number 11, and here is our 2, 3. Okay, and again, what's fascinating about these two numbers is obviously they show up in the other chart as well. But of course, if we remember Fibonacci, this point in Fibonacci, this 0 is also a 9 when we reduce through to start the sequence again. So this is 911, right, the start of Fibonacci. And notice these are our numbers again, 11 and 2 and 3. So pretty fascinating. And having the Oaks on that day there, pretty fascinating as well. And we're going to leave it there for this one. I just thought it was just mental. The name just made me laugh. It's probably a reference to Daniel in the Bible, to be quite honest, if I was thinking about it now. You know, interpreting dreams and that kind of thing. So the mystique. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it there. There wasn't really. I mean, we could go through all these other names and everything, and it was, you know, there's some crazy. You can make some connections with the names and that, but there's not really too much point. I just thought it was really interesting, um, with the tie back to this stuff, and of course we could go to. Let's just go to this so you can see it a little bit clearer. You know, here's Fibonacci sequence reduced, and you know, here's these numbers. Yeah. Okay. So you know, pretty cool stuff. And again, you know, if we're going to look down at phi and see what correlates with phi now, yeah, the things to do with Mary, we know this is to do with Mary a lot because of the 816 in here and Madonna. And so, you know, we can look at some numbers here that correlate above. You know, well, actually the 0 does as well, but zero's nothing. And so this is kind of fascinating because I was just talking about 4, 5, the end of the Madonna tour, and of course we're coming up to 5, 8, which again would be a good date for Madonna. It's also a date that, you know, is heavy for the Hoover Dam, 5, 8, and 5, 9. So I'm going to show you those decodes next. They're just old ones that are from the back catalogue basically, but I'll just, you know, recap over them. But that's it for the video. Was there anything else? Well, you can look above as well. Make what you will of those numbers. But again, you know, actually 6-5 is up here, today's date. 5-3. It's all, you know, I mean, how you want to break that thing down, or how you want to pick numbers out of there. Anyway, I'm leaving it. That's it. Done. Just a quickie. Alright. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.